graphical map.
There we are, and I'm recording.
Wait, holler at you, boy? We're recording this?
Holla, what? We're
Hollering
recording?
at those boys.
Boy.
Yeah,
Whoa, we're doing a recording.
Yeah, no, we're recording, and it's entirely possible that I'm gonna have to cut this recording short. This retorting short
Retorting?
because someone might show up.
Stop retorting. Stop.
So I gotta
Stop
keep it
coming
quiet.
back at me with this.
Gotta keep it quiet. Keep it trill. Let's rock this.
Trill.
Two peas in a pod. Two dicks in a blanket.
By-
We got
By Blueshift, right? I love
chapter
Blueshift.
1, only chapter. Blueshift.
Blueshift
Blueshift.
is amazing.
You got your left shift, your right shift, your red shift, your blue shift.
Wow. Oh, the places you'll go.
Places
Hop on.
you ship.
Hey yo, Riel, I bet you hopped on Pop yesterday.
But
What?
What?
Anyway,
Okay. Oh god. So I'm doing Twilight Sparkle and I'm doing Shining Armor. I'm doing them both badly, right?
sure.
Do this. All right. I still can't believe how crazy today was.
Twilight Sparkle blew a tuft of hair away from her eyes as she surveyed the cleanup effort currently ongoing across Canterlot. Though the changeling army had been driven from that hallowed city, the damage was still intense. All around, ponies worked hard to tidy away piles of rubble and put out small fires amongst the wreckage. Twilight turned to her brother, who was silently scanning over a set of building plans whilst watching the repair efforts, doing his best to remain stoic, but more importantly, ignoring her. She gave him a friendly smack to the head with the head... a friendly smack to the back of the head with her hoof. He still did not reply.
She gave him a friendly smack to the head with her head? Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
I almost read that.
I think
why
it
is
may
he
be
ignoring her?
thing.
Did you say the other line?
He still did not reply.
There you go. So, strange thing.
Twilight continued.
When I met Cadence, the real Cadence, that is, Real Cadence, in the
Oh,
caves, she was all set to get married. So you must have been close to her wedding date when she was switched with the Changeling Queen.
She trailed off again, looking up at her brother. Shining Armor continued staring ahead, giving encouraging nods to the workers.
Well, yes.
He finally replied, turning to the smaller pony, a confused look on his face.
What's bugging you, Twily? You've been acting funny even after the whole invasion thing was sorted. God. Oh, I gotta switch back to the other voice now. Well,
Thank you for that intermediate part. Yeah. Nice N.
Intermediate.
Nice N, Mike. Oh, Christ.
just add letters to end words.
just and letters to words.
And letters.
Yeah.
You heard him, folks.
And lenters to words.
What's a
Words.
lantern?
We're in
Let's move this on before you have to stop reading.
Winstonton. Okay. Twilight scratched a forehoof against the noun.
That wasn't even intentional.
Oh no.
Sorry, my brain was still dwelling on me almost reading that as forehead, because I think hoof equals head in my brain now.
Apparently.
I'm probably got like 8 kinds of brain cancer or something. I don't know. Whatever. Twilight scratched a forehoof against the ground nervously, eyes darting about, looking at everything but her brother.
It's just that I thought you were late in inviting me to your wedding because the whole thing was an evil trick by Queen Chrysalis, who had addled your brain. But if you've been planning it with the real Cadence for ages, then,
She paused.
you know.
Except, that, like, Celestia sent the letter, and for some stupid reason, Spike didn't mention it. Though, I guess he still should have been, like, the first person she heard it from. Anyway.
Probably.
With a swish of a hoof to fold up the plans, Shining Armor rolled his eyes in an exaggerated fashion and, displaying a wry smile, finally gave Twilight the attention she had been clamoring for.
Twily!
He said softly.
Yeah, let me try that softly. Twily!
He said softly, sounding like a friggin' Microsoft Sam voice. Twilight, turn left
999.
in 9 points. Sorry, the weird tone you had there. Catching her worried eye.
Is that really what's been worrying you?
You sound like a stupid Big Macintosh.
Excellent. My goal is complete.
One pony plus hundreds of apple trees
Riley plus hundreds of apple trees.
Sorry, Applejack, I don't know fancy
Cadence.
mathematics. Twilight nodded, her legs twisting in nervousness, and also in like her tornado ability. She. I imagine her like helicopter style now. Her legs are just spinning around.
This is the most derailed meeting we've done so far, I think.
No. Well, recently that's because I'm trying to derail it a bit because it's a goofier fic. I usually try to keep it more on topic for Ultra and whatnot, but
oh yeah, because our last Ultra reading was so on topic.
Shut the fuck up. They haven't heard that one yet. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. She muttered, looking all around in an attempt to avoid eye contact.
It's just, like, the more I think about it, the more I wonder if you really wanted me here at all. Stop that right now!
I love your transition speed there.
It's slow, okay? It's hard to switch out of Twilight's Valley Girl accent.
You gotta get your
hard.
apple from the bottom of your throat to the top.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Shining Armor pulled a hoof around Twilight's neck and brought her in for a quick quick hug.
Suplex! I won't have my little sister speaking like that.
He grinned at her unsure face, ruffling her mane before letting her go.
It's like I said, I was just so busy with the wedding and protecting Canterlot, it wasn't a slight on you at all. You're my sister, Twilight, and I love you.
Aww.
Aww.
He smiled. Twilight smiled back, giving a quivering upturn of the lips. Uh-oh. They're about to make out.
God damn it, Mike. That means a lot.
She beamed as a relief washed over her, as well as lots of clamminess.
I was so worried it was something I had done. It's wonderful to know that after all this time, you're still my big brother best friend.
She tilted her head.
I actually have to sing. Crap.
Oh, sweet. She tilted her head before softly beginning to sing a melody.
Whoa, but it says she warbled after that, so can I make
so you
this
gotta
as bad
warble
as
it.
possible? I gotta warble it.
You
are my big brother best friend forever.
She warbled.
Warble.
Warble. Shining armor. Flushed red as he turned back to the restoration plans.
Oh, Twily.
He laughed.
What are you like?
You didn't laugh.
Oh, right, I'm supposed to laugh.
I love it. Twilight started to skip around happily as she continued to sing.
What are you like?
What?
I'm so confused. What does that line mean?
Wait, yeah, actually, good point. I should probably pay attention to this.
You totally you put it out the laughing thing, but I'm still confused over what are you like?
What are you
What are you like?
You're still my big brother best friend.
It's even got like an interrobang at the end there too. Like that's an exclamation question. Like, what are you like? Ah!
Oh no. He's leading her into the next part of the song.
Oh, see, that makes sense.
We just made the biggest fools of ourselves.
Yeah, man, if we actually read ahead on these things, we could probably avoid looking like assholes.
Hey, I read ahead instead of a hoof earlier.
Yeah, that's true, you did. Several times. It all comes full circle.
Just read the fucking fanfic, man.
Just do it.
As she continued to sing.
Like two peas in a pod, we did everything together.
Shining Armor's head snapped up from the scroll she was reading.
Oh crap! I was thinking it was so bad he died!
And the expression on his face was no longer one of contentment. I almost said continent.
What the hey was that?
He half screamed. Do you want to half scream that?
Sure. What the hey was that? I screamed half of it, see?
Cutting across Twilight singing and rounding on her. Rounding on her?
As opposed to squaring or triangling.
I'm thinking like his horn, he's sharpening his horn into a more round shape using her. Or like preparing her as she's just a gun now, and he's like preparing rounds in her. As per
And
the episode.
I love how we're just tearing this fic apart.
Hey,
This is gonna be Hey, I love Blueshift. Don't give me. This is like.
Oh
this
no,
is gonna be an
Blueshift's amazing.
fic, but this is gonna be like an hour and a half long reading. This is gonna be terrible.
Whatever, it'll be fun. I don't care. I don't care about my fans. You know, I stopped making PMVs. that didn't
Whatever,
drive him
man.
away. What the hell's wrong with him? I'm an awful person. Check it out. AskFloodedDawn.tumblr. Anyway,
Plug.
shameless plug. The Twilight gulped.
Um.
Whoa, that was a really good gulp. Actually. Shrinking back before her brother. Like Adam.
Are you mad? Wait, it's hissed. Are you mad?
He hissed, pressing his face into hers, eyes wide and twitching. Oh god,
Have
wait,
you
they are
been
making
singing
out.
that all the time? What's wrong with you, you crazy mare?
Oh, whoa. Actually, I just realized this is insane. Twilight gave a little squeak in shock.
Squeak.
Trembling slightly at the sudden shift in behavior. The sudden blue shift in behavior, if you will, from her sibling.
Oh, see? Now it all makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
See what you did there.
Wait, did you finish the line or did you...
From her
get distracted
sibling.
by the- Okay, here we go. I'm sorry?
She ventured, wild-eyed,
It's just a song. I didn't mean anything by it.
with a huff of disgust. Shining armor turned away.
I swear, Twilight. Wait, half yelled again. I swear, Twilight!
Nice. He half yelled, startling some nearby construction workers.
I can't even trust you for a moment. What if some pony realized what you were singing about?
With a swipe of his forehooves, he crumpled up the plans and started to storm off.
I knew you'd do something stupid like that. That's why I never wanted to invite you in the first place. Oh,
Dude, he's a jackass. What the fuck?
oh,
Great.
what a dick.
Twilight stared in shock after her departing brother before sinking to her haunches, hugging herself softly. Ooh.
Half whispered, half sung. Like two peas in a pod, we did everything together.
Well, no, but like but it's like the half yell.
So
You
should
have to-
I
you have to whisper half of it and then
is this
sing half of
Christopher
it.
Walken? Okay, like two peas in a pod. We did everything together.
Amazing. She half whispered, half sung to herself as the tears started to fall. Ooh, scene break.
Scene break. We made it to a scene break. I'm amazed.
Is it just standard that 3 asterisks is always a scene break?
It's any symbol that is obviously not writing.
Isn't there a scene break button on FimFiction?
Is there? I've never posted anything to
Oh,
FimFiction.
yeah.
Do you think I actually write things? What the heck, man?
Identify yourself.
You would know better than any of us, Big Dan. You actually have written things.
Funny that.
Identify yourself.
Dude,
Twilight
that is
stopped
a
in
rough
shock
guard.
before the huge gilt doors of the throne room. Looking rather sharp.
Looking rather sharp. You heard it from Mike. He thinks that Twilight looks rather sharp.
I can agree with this.
In her Candalotion gowned. I can't even.
What
Looking
are
at
you
the rather
doing?
sharp pikes that were held in the magical grasp of the 2 unicorn guards blocking her way in. She peered between the stoic guards, neither of whom showed even an ounce of familiarity or compassion on their stern faces.
It's me, Twilight Sparkle.
She frowned with slight annoyance.
You know, bearer of the element of harmony, saved Equestria several
Yeah.
times. Like, most recognizable face in Canterlot, that Twilight Sparkle.
You said the
Come
element
on.
of harmony.
Oh, magic. Right. Sometimes I forget that I'm not the only one who's important.
I love how there's just one pony who has the element of harmony. Only one. The complete opposite of what is needed
You know,
for
Twilight
anything to be
Alicornus
harmonious.
Sparkle.
Uh,
Fred says Twilight out of Orange Sparkle.
Twilight Alicorn Sparkle. The guard on the right looked down his muzzle at Twilight. I like to imagine he's got like a gun and that's got a muzzle that he's looking down.
I was thinking more like Hannibal Lecter, like muzzle on his face.
As if considering something, but then shook his head.
Upcoming Vitzwagel.
He
What?
barked.
He's barking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Miss Smoky.
He barked.
But
think you
following
should
the
just
recent changeling attack, Princess Celestia has ordered us to be extra careful. You can't trust anybody nowadays. Do you have any proof of your identity?
Why is it like super fast version of Batman?
That's how barking is.
Justice. Ugh. The city of Gotham.
There's a train in Gotham, apparently.
Yeah, I got a train.
Dude, I got a
You
train.
know what?
You know my train.
So there's another guard. This is the good
it's the other
guard.
guy.
If you don't have any papers, tell us something that only the real Twilight Sparkle would know.
The guard on the left offered helpfully.
Something that a changeling couldn't possibly guess.
Oh, I see. That's fair enough, I guess.
Twilight rolled her eyes as she tried to think of a suitable response.
I went to bed until I was 11.
She finally chirped back brightly. You gotta chirp it.
Chirp? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I can communicate in chirps.
Alright, fine. Try
No
it now.
changeling would know that.
The guards looked at each other warily, their pikes wavering slightly.
Is that true?
Wait, now he's hissing?
Is that true?
The guard on the right hissed to his comrade because I
God,
still
that
have
sounds painful.
I have to
Is your
bark.
throat okay?
I have to bark while I'm hissing.
It's
The
impossible.
guard on the
Just
left
give it up.
shrugged.
I have no idea.
He urgently whispered back. Urgently whispered.
Oh, God.
Wait. He urgently whispered back.
I barely even know this mayor.
After a moment of frantic discussion, none of which was audible or understandable, the two guards eventually gave up, lifting their pikes to let Twilight pass.
All in order, ma'am.
The guard on the right saluted smartly as Twilight trotted into the throne room. It was not the Skalm. My brain.
What are you reading?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It was not the calm epicenter of order that Twilight was used to. Instead of the great and the good of Canterlot waiting in line patiently to address Princess Celestia on her throne, the room was full of panicked voices of ponies in wild disarray wandering back and forth, shouting and roughly shaking their fellows.
What the hey?
Twilight muttered as she took in the confusion that filled the usually serene room. The princess was nowhere in sight, and without her guiding influence, it seemed that every pony was getting more and more wound up over something. Who wants to be Applejack?
Twilight.
Twilight jumped as...
Hey, I actually did jump.
Yeah, that's good acting there. Good acting.
Good job, Big Dan.
Twilight jumped as from the ground, Applejack leapt on her.
Oh, as from the ground, Applejack. I was like, did they forget an S or something? I don't. What?
Twilight
I was very
jumped
confused.
as from the ground, Applejack leapt on her. Applejack.
You, Applejack.
Hey, orange one.
You, Twilight.
Oh, sorry, read it again.
I'm glad you, Twilight.
Applejack went in for a hug, but then recoiled slightly. She was coiled? Staring at Twilight with suspicion.
If it is you, how can I know y'all aren't a changeling and ready to take over Equestria again?
Twilight frowned at Applejack, shaking her head slowly.
Applejack, it's me, Twilight. You know that. Besides, the changelings have gone, and the guards at the front let me in.
But what if the guards are changelings?
Applejack peered around at all the ponies in the room.
What if we're the only real ponies and every pony else is ready to leap on us? Like I did to you.
She gave a tug on a rope tied around her hind leg. She has plans for bondage if the changelings decide to leap on them.
Only way to be sure is to stick together, if you know what I mean.
Nice.
Good job. But
He read it.
that line, what if we're the only real ponies and every pony else is ready to leap on us? I just get that Keanu Reeves meme, the sudden realization Keanu Reeves.
Whoa.
Good times.
From the midst of a group of slightly nervous aristocratic ponies burst a shivering, pink-maned Pegasus who landed at Twilight's hoofs with a gasp, attached to the end of Applejack's rope.
That was strangely ominous.
We got a
Attached
grade A
to the end.
hanging coming up here.
So, we need a Fluttershy.
Oh wait, this is Fluttershy? Oh, it's Fluttershy.
Wait. Yeah.
Oh. I don't know, it's Fluttershy.
Twilight! I attached the rope to Applejack so I know that she's the real Applejack. You never know when we got spies or whatever.
Oh, she's got to squeak it.
Twilight! I attached the rope to Applejack so I know that she's the real Applejack.
Twilight squeaked,
Dude, you
hopefully.
need a cup of water.
Do you have mesothelioma?
Chair go. There we go. Fluttershy squeaked, hopefully, before turning to Applejack. Is this... Oh.
Still Fluttershy.
Sorry, I got caught up.
Wait.
Sorry, I got caught up.
She whispered, trailing off.
But what if, when I couldn't see you, a changeling took your place, and then I gotta find a new guy to negotiate for me? And so now I'm tied to a changeling, and then he's gonna eat me, and I can't make any more money.
Oh god, they're eating her.
Entered your channel.
She collapsed to the ground, throwing her forehooves over her face for dear life. Who entered? Riel? Did he enter? Who entered?
It was Gage.
Gage.
Engage.
Ew.
Ew, Gage.
Sorry, Gage.
Anyway.
You understand. Twilight sighed with a
arranged
huff and looked up at the empty throne.
What's going on, Applejack?
Button
I got a
in your
message to
channel.
come and see the
Timed out.
princess,
Entered your channel.
and it seems like the whole of Canterlot is here.
I don't know.
Applejack threw a shifty eye down at Fluttershy.
Why did she have an extra eye on her? Like, does she keep a jar of eyes?
Sorry, I misread that. Applejack threw a blue shifty eye down at Fluttershy.
Ah!
Now it makes sense.
But I bet it's something to do with the changeling menace. Hey, do you think Fluttershy's been acting a little too scared lately? Almost like a pony doing a Fluttershy impression? Like,
A changeling.
Or
Or a really bad actor.
Oh.
What are you saying about me?
You ever noticed that Fluttershy seems to have smoked a lot of cigarettes lately?
Hey, you want I should rip your kneecaps off and cram them down your fucking throat? 'Cause I got arranged for that.
Where are
It's
we?
definitely the real Fluttershy.
We're at the part where I ram his fucking kneecaps down his throat. That's what the part we're at.
Gage. Look for this.
Impression. Before Twilight could refute Applejack's wild speculation, a round of trumpeting from all corners of the room silenced the baying crowd, and after the final mutterings had died down, all eyes turned towards the empty throne. A soft glow enveloped the royal podium, and then with a flash of light, Princess Celestia teleported into view. I'm like a good 2 octaves deeper than normal. That's pretty sweet. The crowd went wild, cheering with relief at the sight of their beloved princess, all except a voice at the back which screamed, "Boo Earns!"
Wait, who's gonna scream this?
I would.
Chrysalis has come back disguised as Celestia!
You know what? It probably is Pinkie Pie, actually.
Oh, I was just
Based
doing
on
like
the
a
way
high
she's-
pitched in the echo mic.
I'm
voice.
just gonna say, I'm pretty sure that that's supposed to be Pinkie Pie. Pretty sure Blueshift intended it to be, based on the way she's behaved in previous episodes.
All except a voice at the back which screamed,
Run! Chrysalis has come back disguised as Celestia.
Is that like Stone Spike? I'm not even sure.
Dead.
Did you, take a thing of Valium or something, Pinky?
Look at all our fucking holes, right? It's crazy.
Oh man. Funny story for
Celestia
Big Dan
simply
after this is
smiled
over.
at this, waving a hoof regally at the gathered ponies.
My loyal subjects.
She began, making eye contact with each pony in turn, her soothing expression washing over the gathering and my voice getting quieter because people are coming downstairs.
That's kind of creepy. Do you want me to take over narration?
But can you do it like this?
She began, making eye
Can-
contact with each
can
pony in
you
turn,
narrate?
her soothing expression washing over the gathering.
That's pretty damn good, actually. All right.
Do I have to narrate like
soothing
that?
expression washing over the gathering. Take a look, Winston. Everything the light touches is part of our kingdom.
God damn it.
It has not escaped my notice that there has been somewhat of an unrest in Canterlot of late. I'm hoping I can give you some rest. I've given the
unrest.
matter much thought, and I can assure you that steps are being taken so no pony will have to live in fear of changeling incursion ever again.
She's hot for the word incursion. I don't know. Twilight leaned over to her companions, a wry grin on her face.
See? Nothing to worry about. The princess has got it all sorted.
To that end,
The princess continued.
I have perfected a spell that will neutralize, but not neuterize, all changeling magic across Equestria. When this spell is cast tonight, any and all shapeshifting magic will instantly nullify, permanently exposing any changelings and protecting Equestria from any more trickery.
At,
Not do it.
Celest-
Not at all.
At Celestia's announcement, the entire crowd started to cheer.
Yay! Yay!
Sounds awesome.
Yeah! Woo!
Only one pony did not join the celebrations, staring up at the princess as a wave of cold terror clenched at her heart.
I've got to talk to some pony. Wait, croaked. How do you croak?
Do
oh
it.
no!
Do
I have to
it.
die in the process?
Well, that's why her sentence stops.
I've got to talk to some pony.
Twilight croaked out, head reeling as she slunk away from Applejack's constant hollering. So wait, Applejack is coiled, but Twilight's the one who's a slinky?
Oh,
did I? The princess's words were like a dagger to the chest. It was over. Twilight
But only
had
like a dagger.
croaked.
It wasn't actually a dagger, because then she would be croaking for real.
I know, right? It's too much to
Oh
a
wait,
T.
wait, and now I have to do Shining Armor again. Crap.
Scene break.
Wiley! Alright.
End of scene break.
What do
I am
you
so
want,
confused.
Twilight?
Shining Armor looked up from his paperwork in annoyance as his sister frantically burst into his house, her frazzled mane perfectly matching the rather fraught emotional state that she seemed to be in, as she stood shaking and gibbering before him. The hell's that?
It's all over, Shining Armor. Wait, gasp. It's all over, Shining Armor.
There's no all. So wait, what's
Frick.
over Shining Armor?
I've
There's no
ruined the
comma.
line. I'm
Yeah,
done. I
you've
resign.
ruined the line.
I can't do this anymore.
No. You misread it anyway. It's over Shining Armor.
It's over, Shining Armor. It's
Yeah.
over, Shining Armor. It's over, Shining Armor.
There we go.
Stop
She gasped.
overshining him. He hates it when you do that.
The armor's too shiny. The enemy can spot you so easily.
But it blinds them. You see, that's the tactic.
It's the Spartans. That's what the Spartans did. She gasped between panicked tears, wiping a hoof across her face.
It's over. It's all over. We've got to get out of here before we're discovered.
Game over, man. Game over.
It's a bug hunt.
And we're the bugs.
What?
I don't know, man. Twilight. I mean, whoops.
Twilight.
Shining Armor slowly stood up, looking at Twilight in abject horror. horror being the adjective. Wait, no, that'd be adject, not abject. His brow creasing into a snarled frown. Wait, like your eyebrows can frown? Isn't a brow... Whatever.
It was that damn singing, wasn't it? Didn't I tell you, Twily?
His eyes boggled. Boggles a man, us settler ponies. No. He gulped for deep breaths as the news sunk in.
Hyperventilating, apparently.
Yep.
Didn't I warn you?
So wait, hang on a sec. So wait, his eyes, like, they rotated a whole bunch and then a letter popped up on each one?
His eyes played Boggle.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They were like the letters in Boggle.
Yeah.
They shook around a lot and then a letter showed up on the top of each one. And
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
we're on the same page.
That's exactly it.
And he was drinking from a big gulp while taking deep breaths.
No, it's not that. No pony knows yet. Yet.
Twilight rounded on her brother, trying to move closer, her face full of concern.
Whoa, that's impressive. I didn't know you could hold that much concern with your face. It's the princess! She's got a spell to expose all changelings! Oh, that. You had me worried for a moment. Wily!
Shining Armor mopped his brow.
What?
I don't know. First his brow...
He whipped a mop out.
His brow creased into a snarled frown, and then he mopped it.
Yep.
I don't know what the hell this... I don't know what the fuck a brow is anymore.
He's got, like...
That's what
he's
your
got the
freaking forehead
almighty
is.
brow.
I
That's
know
what
it's
he's
the
got.
forehead area, but, like, your forehead can't really frown, and how the hell do you mop it? Well, I guess... Oh, actually mopped it in relief. I guess if it's, like, sweating, because he's concerned. Whatever. And slumped backwards onto a cushion. It was shaped like Lyra, and there was a hole in it.
Changeling magic. We've got nothing to worry about. No!
Twilight drew herself to eye level with the older pony, shaking him with her forehooves.
It's all shape-shifting magic. That's what the princess said. All shape-shifting magic will be affected.
Shining Armor's face drained. Of? Concern?
I don't know.
Because Twilight's is full of concern,
Relief,
so I assume
relief.
that
It drained of relief. Remember, he was relieved before this. Relieved.
He was relieved before this, okay.
Relieved.
An impressive feat impressive feat considering he was already pure white. Ooh, cool.
Oh, it drained of color. Okay.
Oh, so wait, he's translucent now?
You mean...
Does that count as shape-shifting magic? Twilight nodded grimly.
Yes, they'll learn that we're pod ponies. Frauds. When Celestia casts that spell, the magic holding us in our pony bodies will dissolve and we'll turn back into our natural form.
Say what, Cracker?
Oh, 2 peas in a pod. Pod ponies.
Wow.
What a
Did
twist!
you just... Wow, Mike. You're
What?
amazing.
I don't know. Why would I know that? I wouldn't have thought of the term pod ponies. That hadn't been mentioned yet.
It hadn't been mentioned yet, but come on, it's so obvious.
I don't know. I don't know pod people. I don't know pod people. I thought they were just changelings.
Right.
Anyway, Shining Armor started to tremble, one hoof resting on Twilight's, barely able to get the words out.
Peas. Wait, croak.
Did you croak it weakly?
Peas.
Croakier.
Peas.
That's
I'm gonna
high.
just say the word peas repeatedly
This
until you
is
accept
higher.
one of them.
Please.
Make peas, not whore.
Peas.
He croaked weakly.
Yes, peas.
How many times you gonna say it, Twilight? Twilight hung her head, shaking it from side to side in despair.
Were you waiting for me to hang my head? Because I hung my head.
No,
okay?
I was waiting for a pause because she was like killing herself by hanging it.
They'll learn that we're just 2 peas, magically transformed by a wandering wizard into ponies and taking in.
Wait,
I give up. I can't speak.
Wait,
Taken
literally,
in by-
this is the direction.
Wait, they're literally peas?
Wow, that's great.
What the
Taken
fuck?
in by a childless couple who raised us as their own. Why now?
Shining Armor gritted his teeth in frustration, throwing his gaze up to the heavens.
I've got a life now! A wife! She'll understand, won't she, Twilight? Cadence will understand! I wish I could say yes. Wait,
Twilight spoke softly now.
I wish I could say yes.
Twilight spoke softly now, stroking her brother's mane as he leaned back into her neck and started to sob.
But whoever heard of a princess in a pea?
Oh, wow.
Blueshift, a million high fives. That was awesome. Anyway,
Well done.
but whoever heard of a princess in a pea? It wouldn't work. You know what they'll do? They'll hunt us down before we can roll the safety. They'll boil us or put us in a salad.
Roll the same. Twilight shivered.
Eat your greens. That's what Celestia always says. I tried not to, you know. I'd put a carrot under my tongue, spit it out when no pony was looking, but sometimes...
She felt hot tears pricking down her cheeks as the painful memories resurfaced.
Sometimes there was no way out, and I'd have to sit there and eat my salad until my plate was clean. I'm a monster!
Soylent Green is ponies!
Soylent Green is Soylent Green! It's vegetables! It's vegetables, damn you!
It's a
User in your channel
cookbook!
timed out.
A cookbook!
You vegetarians! You ate them! How could you?
Right there. This is a announcement, service announcement telling how wrong vegetarians are.
Oh yeah.
Eat your meat.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we all already knew that.
Yeah. Oh, and just forget about vegans.
Seriously.
You're only a true vegetarian if you still eat meat, if you still eat chicken and fish.
What?
just so y'all know. You gotta eat chicken and fish. Don't believe
fish.
the lies.
Those two creatures are despicable, so it's okay to eat them.
Apparently. Fucking
Fish are
dumbasses.
despicable? Why are fish despicable?
Despicable me.
Despicable!
Shining Armor pulled away, sniffling away his own tears as he looked into his sister's face.
You're not a monster. Wait,
He said softly.
You're not a monster.
He said softly.
We
Is
do
he using
what
no
we can
clip?
to survive. Oh, Twily.
His expression became crestfallen, brought to
We
you
should
by
never have
Crest
left-
Whitening.
We should never have left the pod. We should have never listened to that wizard.
To a fucking wizard.
Wizard!
Well, wait,
The wizard did it.
wait. $10 says the wizard is Trixie.
I'm
That's
thinking that.
impossible. That's impossible.
Shh, it doesn't matter. Keep reading.
It was obviously the Star Swirl, the bearded.
Gilda. Gilda
Star
the
Swirl,
bearded.
the bearded.
Gilda the bearded.
Alright.
We would have been some pony's dinner.
Twilight stamped a hoof. Now she should mail her letter. That's stupid. I'm stupid. Suddenly
Dumb.
taking on a more determined air.
No, Shining Armor. We have lives now. Friends! We're still the same underneath, whether we are living, breathing ponies or small, inanimate peas. When we were two peas in a pod, we did everything together. Now do this with me. I realize now that we can't escape. We have to face this and come clean.
Shining Armor
'Cause they've been-
nodded and started to
They've been
draw a
dirty
bath.
this entire time.
Come clean. No, okay. Looking towards the windows as the sun began to set.
We've not much time.
You have to gulp it. Okay, there we go. He gulped, looking at Twilight for reassurance.
Don't worry.
Twilight straightened up.
Well, she's gonna fly right. Once they hear what I've got to say, I'm sure they'll understand.
Hey, Celestia, we're actually peas!
Dead.
Scene break. Scene break. Exterminate.
There we
Oh
go.
god, now we're being narrated by a Dalek.
Dialect.
It
Jesus.
seemed like every single doctor in Canterlot had traveled to the royal palace to see Princess Celestia cast her spell. The princess stood atop a huge flight of stone steps, watching the sun go down, as below a multitude of colored ponies stared intently.
Oh, how I hate to see the sun go down. It's a good song. I can't do it!
Shining Armor placed a hoof on the steps, pausing to look at Twilight, his eyes quivering.
Not in front of every pony! It's okay.
Twilight smiled warmly, planting a small kiss on her brother's head.
Go to your
Nice.
wife. I'll sort this out. That's what sisters are for.
I can see where this is headed.
This scene
Yeah.
taken out of context.
Yeah, this doesn't sound good.
That's alright, that's alright. Anyway, with that, she turned and stared and
Stared. She just stared at Celestia.
she turned and stared, her hoof moving closer and closer to the lower part of her. No. With that, she turned and started her lonely march towards Celestia, her hoof moving lower and
Stop it! Oh, the joke's only funny if you do it 3 times.
Below her, the crowd was cheering as one. Clearly, they were all changelings, and they were in, like, hive mind. The royal guards had to let Twilight pass without comment this time, and she was soon at the dizzying summit, sparing a glance down to pick out her friends who were gazing up at her. She gave a sheepish smile as
Wait,
she
is
approached
she a sheep or
Celestia.
is she a pea? Make up your mind, Blueshift.
Do peas dream of unicorn sheep?
Unicorn sheep?
Who seemed rather absorbed in watching the sun set. Celestia was a sponge.
But princess?
Twilight tugged nervously at Celestia's side, flinching slightly as if she would instantly be struck down for her defiance. Which she would. No, nothing happened. Celestia simply turned to smile at Twilight.
Twilight, my faithful student.
She exclaimed.
Twilight, my faithful student.
She exclaimed in the calm, austere tone that had come. How do you exclaim something but be calm and austere?
I
That
just
accompanied
don't repeat it again. Just give
all
up.
of her proclamations.
I thought you would be with your friends.
Sorry.
I thought you would be with your friends. But please, if you wish to see this spell cast, by all means stay. It's a particularly difficult spell. You may learn a lot.
I like how you said, I'm sorry, and repeated your line because you didn't have enough innuendo in it.
Yeah. You gotta.
I'm sorry I didn't do that well enough. Let me try again.
You gotta get it right. Twilight was silent for a moment. Well, Winston, you gonna make the sound effect? There we go. That's better. Before responding.
You may learn a lot too. Oh wait, whisper back. You may learn a lot too.
Is that Meek?
You may learn a lot too.
Now you just sound like my Celestia. She whispered back meekly, turning away
Obviously,
from the princess for a
meekness
moment.
and innuendo are the same thing.
Yeah.
You're actually the shyest guy I know, Mike.
The meek shall inherit the earth because they get so laid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She then gulped hard.
Oh my.
Yeah, right?
Gulping loud enough to make my mic actually pick it up is really hard, by the way.
Gathering up all her courage. Soon she would need wisdom and power, too.
The Triforce!
Yeah.
Princess, I know. Wait, princess.
Princess,
what was
I
that?
know this.
Wait, princess! Princess, I know this. This is for the. My voice has suddenly changed. Princess, I know this is for the best, and I understand, but please, can I address the crowd before you cast your spell?
Oh.
The smile on Celestia's face fell in an instant. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Why?
And
Because you didn't do it well enough? Go back and do it again.
Winston, you're the only guy who can get my goat. And Twilight could feel a cold pit opening up under her underarms. She needed more antiperspirant. No. And Twilight could feel the cold pit. Hi-ya! I'm sorry. Opening in her stomach.
Stop!
Opening in her
Gidigris?
stomach.
Really? What the heck, man?
The smile on Celestia's face fell in an instant, and Twilight could feel a cold pit opening in her stomach as the princess looked down upon her with new, colder pits. I know, it's eyes, I'm sorry.
I can't stop, guys. I see, Twilight. I see.
She took a step back to allow Twilight to stand in full view of the crowd, completely nude, before adding,
She is actually completely nude. So
I know
that's true.
I'm not messing with the facts. But make it.
Oh God.
I see, Twilight. I see. But make it good, Twilight Sparkle. But make it good, Twilight Sparkle. Twilight nodded, taking a deep breath as she looked down from the throng of ponies below. Several hooves pointed in her direction, and a cheer went up. They loved her. They wouldn't soon. Fighting back the tears.
Batman-like.
She was the pony every pony deserved, but not the pony every pony needed. Wait, what?
Something like that.
Something like that. I don't know the quote. Fighting back the tears which threatened to pour from her eyes, she nervously began to speak.
Fillies and gentle colts. Oh, choked.
Yeah.
Fillies and gentle colts being strangled. Someone help!
That actually... well, you hung your head earlier. You know.
How do you make that sound effect? I don't even understand.
You did a good job. She choked out, but it was lost amongst the baying of crowd beneath her.
They bay a lot.
Joined your channel.
They might as well just like live at the beach or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, baying. It's like the sound of water hitting the beach. Crowd beneath her. She slumped slightly, only to see Celestia's horn glow with a soft magical burst. A loudspeaker spell.
User
Twilight.
left your channel.
Celestia encouraged as Tom left. Try again.
Fillies and gentle colts.
This time, Twilight's voice boomed out across Equestria, almost scaring her with the sudden reverberation. All other ponies stopped their clamoring to look at Twilight with rapt attention. The eyes of the nation were upon her, and yet she had never felt so alone.
So you didn't go for the gift joke, but you went for the rap joke.
Yeah, well, it's spelled closer to that one.
But the spelling doesn't matter in a pun. Come on, man.
The pun doesn't matter in a spell. And Twilight and Celestia just cast a spell.
Oh, you're right. Wow, you just definitely defeated me with words. You all know me as Twilight Sparkle.
I so did not. But alright, that works. Twilight continued.
But there is something else which you do not know. A dark secret I have kept.
She looked across at Celestia, who simply nodded grimly, her face betraying no emotion.
I'm not the mayor you all think I am. In fact, I'm not a mayor at all. I'm a stallion!
Actually a guy.
Twilight flopped her large penis.
I was taking a drink, goddammit you!
Oh man.
No, I'm gonna die.
There was a scattered gasp from below, which will be acted
I
out by
just choked
Winston
that out.
choking to death.
Oh man.
And from the corner of her eye, Twilight saw Celestia take a step back. She could feel her trembling forehooves start to give way. How could Celestia not tell her? She had been doing mare-on-mare stuff, but now... No, but with a stubborn burst of resolve, carried on.
I have been living a lie all these years with the help of a magic spell. You see? Wait, the magic spell turned her into a unicorn, which gave her her own magic.
Yeah.
What kind of wizard did this?
Like you do.
Magic.
Like you do.
No, it turned her into a unicorn, which gave her the most powerful magic in Equestria.
Seriously.
Oh yeah. Or maybe the element went to the P, and not to a pony.
Maybe it's because she eats less vegetables than the others. Vegetables limit your magical potential.
So it's the opposite of like Scott Pilgrim magic.
Yeah, vegans. Vegans are super powered in Scott Pilgrim, but here they're super
Oh,
weak.
that's right.
Mm-hmm. Which is why the Triceratops died out.
Yeah.
I mean, they have 3 horns. They should be capable of hyper magic, but they're all vegetarian. It's perfect sense.
I love you, Mike.
The lump in her throat felt bigger now, claws clutching at her heart. Soon the cancer would claim her.
God damn it!
I'm really
She couldn't bring herself to say it. Pee. The shame flushed at her, swirling around with guilty thoughts at her inner secrets were laid bare.
Okay, so that beginning narration in there, those let's see, 3 sentences. If that had been in any other story, you would think that she had just wet herself in a public speaking area.
Jesus Christ.
She was just that nervous of public speech.
God, how long is it? I have to get to bed. Son of a bitch.
We're almost done.
Yeah, we're almost done.
It's actually like a third of what the scroll bar would have you believe.
Yeah. I am not ashamed.
She carried on with determination.
I am the same Twilight Sparkle that you have known and loved, and I am not ashamed of my
She searched for the right word.
Oh no.
penis.
Oh, wow. Wow. This is going as well as possible.
I love Blueshift. Oh my goodness.
Blueshift is the best writer in the fandom. There, the secret was out. No more lies. The crowd instantly burst into a babble of exclamations, and even Princess Celestia looked shocked. Twilight smiled grimly, sweeping her gaze across the crowd.
I had to speak out, tell you of my penis.
She cried.
Wait, do I have to like be there or just cry?
You gotta kind of cry it out in some way.
I had to speak out and tell you of my penis.
She cried.
Because when Celestia's spell was cast and all was cast, it happened in the past.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I see the tense that they're talking in now. Alright, let me finish this. Because when Celestia's spell was cast and all shapeshifting magic was dispersed, my penis would be revealed to all, and you would hate me.
Okay,
or want to hurt me. Or eat me.
So it's the will have been.
Yeah, it's the will have been.
Am I? Or eat me. Oh god. She could finally take the stress no longer, and her legs gave way. Instead of hitting the ground, she felt one of Celestia's wings wrapping around her, staring up in wonderment at the gaze of her mentor, who simply looked back with a loving gaze. "Oh, Twilight!" Celestia exclaimed, now more appropriate than ever.
Suddenly Celestia's voice hit.
I had thought you were going to reveal you were a changeling. Please forgive me. This is nothing to be ashamed of. It changes nothing. You are still the same Twilight Sparkle.
But with a penis!
That is the best thing you've ever contributed, Gabe.
Have that man arrested and thrown into the Canterlot dungeons. I'll make my own punishment.
Really?
Twilight felt tears welling up again, this time ones of happiness, as the weight she had carried for so many years finally lifted.
You mean that?
Oh, darn.
We have a rarity. We need a rarity. Oh god, these are good blind dudes.
Darling, I know along.
Twilight twisted her head around in surprise to see Rarity ascending
Mike,
the steps.
you need to choose a rarity.
What?
Choose a rarity.
Oh.
Choose a rarity, Mike.
Who were they?
Me.
Gage and Big Dan.
I'll do Gage. No offense, Big Dan. You're already Applejack.
Ah, shoot.
Gage. You read it again.
Gage, say your
Gage.
line.
Again? Oh.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Again.
really? Oh, wait, no, shit, where am I?
The original line.
Oh, darling.
Darling, I know along.
Oh, darling. No. Twilight twisted her head around in surprise to see Rarity ascending the steps,
Are we
followed
losing
by the
Mike?
rest of her friends. What?
Kind of cut out there.
Me?
Yeah,
Like
you
entirely?
got
Flat
a
out?
spike of packet loss.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
you pretty much didn't say that at all.
Twilight
But your
twisted
packet loss is going
her
away.
head around
Say it
in
now.
surprise to see Rarity ascending the steps, followed by the rest of her friends.
And we lost you again.
We got
Really?
gone.
Hello?
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, no, we got you. We got you. You're here.
Am I
Maybe
back
it's just
now?
this line.
Is this line? I'll say this line and then you skip to the next one.
Winston, general
Twilight-
passes go up at 6 p.m. Saturday.
Oh, awesome.
just told me.
Saturday. Sweet. Twilight twisted her head in surprise to see Rarity ascending the steps, followed by the rest of her friends.
It was obvious from how you looked and spoke and dressed that you had your little secret.
Rarity winked.
Wait, you're
You're
reading now?
not alone, Twilight.
Hello?
Trust me.
No, Mike, you can read. I was just reading that part so that you'd stop packet lossing, because obviously
okay.
that sentence hated your computer.
Twilight twisted her head around and surprised to see Rarity ascending the steps, followed by the rest of her friends.
Wait, what? Did
Her
Mike
lovely
start
son
reading
spoke
again?
and dressed in a little secret. Rarity winked.
You're trying to read.
Rarity
Wait,
winked.
what's going on? I'm so confused right now.
Rarity
You're trying to read
winked.
Mike.
Yes? Am I really
You can't
on?
beat it, Mike.
Hello?
Oh God,
Hello?
no.
Hello?
Oh wait.
We
Hello?
totally lost
Hello?
You're here.
Hello?
You're here.
Hello?
You're here.
Hello?
You're
Hello?
What the
here.
fuck is with my packet loss?
Just
I
don't
don't
read
know.
that line
It's
anymore.
spiked whenever you try and do
I mean,
those lines.
it's
Just
yeah,
leave
I mean,
those
it's like
lines
I'm uploading
behind.
like 200 kilobytes a second of torrents right now. Hang on, let me actually
God,
close
no.
the torrent, which I am doing. Okay, Twilight twisted her head around, surprised to see Rarity descending steps, followed the rest of her friends. Rarity winked.
Yes, you did it. No boss.
Rarity winked.
You beat
Good
it.
job.
Rarity winked.
Stop tempting fate. Move on to the next line.
I mean, re-say your line, so that we got some more.
You're not alone, Twilight. Trust me.
Twilight let Celestia's grip loosen as she turned to her friends, beaming with joy.
I can't. I can't tell you how happy I am.
Twilight, use Joy Beam!
Wait, half cried. I can't tell you how happy I am.
She half cried in relief.
I've been trying to hide my penis for so long. I thought you'd want to boil me alive.
That's crazy! Rainbow Dash leapt into the air. Leapt into the air and did an instant somersault, landing beside Twilight in a multicolored blur and giving her a big hug. This is awesome news! I've totally been crushing on you for ages and thought it was mean. I thought it meant I was I thought that meant I was a lesbian. Now I know your secret. It all makes sense.
I never knew you liked gardening.
Twilight stuttered back, giving a warm smile. She turned to Celestia.
Thank you, Princess. Thank you for being so understanding.
She simpered.
Should I tell the crowd about my brother's penis too?
Oh my God.
No, Twilight, that wouldn't be appropriate. Celestia curtly.
Curtly.
No, Twilight, that wouldn't be appropriate.
What the fuck
I
do
don't
you
know
think of when you hear the word curtly?
Some dude named Kurt.
The hell?
I don't know what Kurt has that name. Voice. Yeah, what Kurt has that
man.
name? Curtly replied before turning back to the crowd itself, horn starting to glow. Twilight, I would be honored if you would stand beside me while I cast my spell. Maybe even stand behind me. Twilight proudly trotted next to Celestia, giving a quick wink to her friends as she did so. They would get theirs, oh boy. No, below her, the gathered ponies were cheering, and she could even hear some chanting her name. In the distance, she could make out the sight of a brother standing next to Cadence. She waved, and could see him returning the gesture. Chest puffed out with pride, she turned to Celestia.
This means so much to me, Princess. To stand here with you at my side, I know that my penis is nothing to be ashamed of. It is a part of who I am.
Very wise, my pupil. Celestia turned her head to the heavens, and the last rays of the sun. And as the last rays of the sun dipped under the horizon, her horn blazed with a powerful light, and a sudden wash of energy flared out and blazed across Equestria. In an instant, Twilight vanished with a pop, to be replaced with a single tiny green pea, which hung in the air for a moment before falling to the ground. Celestia stared at the pea in stunned silence for a moment, her brow creased with puzzlement. Then it hit her. "Oh!" "Now," she exclaimed. "I get it now. Penis!"
And Blueshift is the greatest writer of all time. There you go.
Wow, that's fantastic. Yeah. Kudos, Blueshift. You got mad props. You roll my crew anytime. Sweet
You know,
swag.